Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? This is Lord Credo and the Pet Bull, as you guys can see. We're coming at you guys with another video. We're gonna talk about our six, I guess, favorite decks for the format, things that we think are gonna do really well in this format. And without further ado, let's get started with deck number 6.
Not that.
That's fine. Insectors.
I mean, the Hornet Dragonfly thing that got smacked around. That deck.
That.
It won a YCS.
It totally won a YCS.
Over Mermail.
Over Mermails. Over Rabbits.
And Wandups.
Over Rabbits.
Gyria, Prophecy.
All of that.
How?
Because someone was intelligent, apparently,
Or
and
lucky.
made one Hornet work. Well, clearly they had a hefty dose of luck on their side.
Isn't that they called Jesus last night? The night before that YCS?
Prayer, I told you, cited gratuitously. Cited gratuitously.
So anyway. Hornet.
Clearly one Hornet has not hurt them all that much. Clearly, Centipede and Dragonfly and Gigamantis and all their buddies can bring that Hornet out from out of play now with Leviair, and they can get it from the graveyard, as always, and can still use one Hornet to wreck a field.
Clearly.
And then swing for game.
And then you cry because you have no field to block.
With that being said, watch out.
They're still mean.
Don't let this happen to you.
They're still mean.
It's happened to me. Don't let this happen to you.
They're still mean.
Still really mean. But yeah, there's not too much to say about Insectors. I mean,
What's
they're
their
not
pro?
quite as dangerous as they used to be, but they can still pop off and surprise the crap out of you. Deck number 5 is Gyria.
I actually have stuff to show for this one.
Oh crap! Oh, look at this. We have examples, except that was totally a Stardust and not a Gear guy again. There we go. There we go.
This deck, let me start. This has been my baby since I got the stuff. Alright? This deck, it doesn't rank up there with the big decks. It's clearly tier 1. It's really fast. And I think one reason this deck ranks up really high, and maybe you'll agree with me on this, Mr. Credo, is how about the fact that it's so versatile. There's so many different builds, it's hard to predict. You got the Machina build, using cannons and gear frames and fortress. You've got the Karakuri build. You've got the gadget build. Is that what makes it so formidable?
Well, that, and then most machine archetypes are really not. You don't mess around with them because
they'll OTK you. And
they can spit it out. And the limiter removal is always a constant.
You mean? Well, damn. It's making a lot out of me. There's one in here.
While he's looking for his limiter removal, Gyria, they spam hard and fast.
They search themselves.
They're a little slow in the uptake because you do have to set to grab their effects, but once they go off,
this card makes them dangerous.
Once they go off, they've gone off.
This makes them too dangerous. This is like Chaos Dragon's Future Fusion, except for machines. It wrecks, you cry, there's not much you can do. If you survive, you're going to win. But 90% of the time, you don't survive this card. And they go, attack. If you don't go Mirror Force, they're going to go limiter removal and kill you.
Pretty much. Like I said, it's fast once it goes off. It's a little slow on the uptake. And like with most super spam decks, if you can weather the storm, you've pretty much won the duel. Next on our list, though, is my favorite deck, Prophecy.
Oh, my head.
That'll be deck number 4. And I think they're going to make a huge. I guess since we're showing examples and everything, I'll throw up my examples. Alright, yeah. I think given the proper chance, they can make a huge splash. The deck is so adept, it adapts so well to whatever situation you put it in. If you're down, if you've got the better field position, if you've got the better hand position, or even if you're down after coming from a field wipe, the top deck on the deck is the same because it's very, very consistent. However, it can be crippled. Beast hurts, Shockmaster hurts, Shien hurts,
OTK
bigger
decks.
monsters than our High Priestess hurts. All of that hurts. So you try to throw in some surprise factor on it, but you generally you don't run into a lot of issues. You either win the duel in 2 to 3 turns, or you lose because other stuff have pushed, and they've pushed bigger than you have.
Damn it.
And you seem to be having some technical difficulties over here.
Always do.
And yeah, I mean, Prophecy, they're insane. They're so insane.
I wasn't giving you head, I
I
promise.
really was feeling uncomfortable there. We're gonna move on to the next deck.
We don't have examples.
We don't have examples. Why don't we have examples?
We don't have Megalo.
Oh yeah.
That $100 card from Abyss Rising we don't own.
We've got everything else.
Yeah, I don't have them on me though.
Yeah.
Mooling Glacia though, we do have that.
We've got that. Anyway, so clearly Mermails are the deck we are talking about, and I freaking like this deck, man.
Man, I'm telling you, we're gonna get it and we're gonna wind up fighting over who's gonna use it.
We're working on it. We're gonna have to work on 2 of them apparently because he wants it and I want it. The deck is incredible. It combos so well.
We can alternate.
Keeps your fields clear. It even works on the hand with the spiritual water art. It can even hit the hand.
There's a hand version that I'm trying to build. Did I tell you about my hand version where I'm gonna run a bunch of stuff to control your hand using Abyss Lead, Cosmo Blazer. Abyss Lead will make that deck control your hand. Not to the extent that the Windups did, though.
This is where we can differ. This is where we can build 2 decks and not have to argue. Okay, so it combos very well. Water Exceeds, Ditch your Atlanteans, blow stuff up. Ditch for Abyss Megalo, blow stuff up. Ditch for anything, blow stuff up. Swing twice, swing thrice, swing 4 more times, die. And there's really just not much you can do about it.
I think we've said this before a couple of times. If you don't own this card, get it, because it shuts them down. If you're not running D Fissures and Macrocosmos in your sideboard, put them in there, because they will win. That deck cannot act under RFG condition.
It cannot.
Soul Drain will also do it.
RFG does shut it down. Shuts it down a lot. So please make sure you get that RFG off before they go send in their things to the graveyard to blow your stuff up. You will cry. And they will laugh as their Megalos and Mooling Glacias and Dragoons and heavy infantries run into your life points, and there's not much you can do about it. Sit there and take that rape, and that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Their trap lineups, they're winning strongest suit. And a Royal Decree really hurts this deck.
It does.
Because Abyss Spear can't go off, Abyss Squalls can't go off, so that a Royal Decree is a must also, along with that RFG. So you need to get RFG and a Royal Decree off at the same time, but don't macro and Royal Decree at the same time.
Yeah, just the fish will work. And going on to deck number 2. Oh, we're back to examples. Awesome. Okay, so we have examples of this one apparently. Clearly, Macro Rabbit, as you can see, is our number 2 choice. Reason being because Macro Rabbit is still a very dominant force in today's meta. It's just still absolutely the deck is nuts. You can get it a dime a dozen now. Everything necessary for the deck has been
the card that wins in this deck,
and it is all just easy access. Guavas have gone down. It's just all very easy access, very easy control. Logias and Dolkos abound, and at turn 1, starting off with the perfect hand, there's not much. You just control your opponent the entire duel. They do what you want them to do, and you just wreck their face.
Oh,
they don't have a lot. They don't have a whole lot of weaknesses. It's literally a matter of, please Jesus, let me go off before they do. And that's just amazing. That the deck has taken the hit that it's taken, and
it didn't really hurt it.
It could still go off. They said, okay, cool, well, I'm just going to put macros in and laugh.
And Guavas go back in, and things like this reappeared in the deck.
Pretty much what they did. They laugh. They laugh at you in a smart macro player. There's no reason why they can't top every single regional, every single YCS. If there's a smart macro player in piloting the deck. But that's just that. Now that we're done with
Now,
macro,
before we do this, be warned. There's a special place in the band hell for this next deck. It's going to get super smacked. I mean, there's not much to really say about the deck. I mean, it's clear what we're talking about. You know,
the brokenness itself, the reigning higher, the reigning champ in our little pick here of the six or so most competent decks this format windups.
due to this card.
Due not to that card,
Where you
but these cards right here.
Wrong format?
This hurts. This really does.
Is this the wrong format?
This hurts.
I think this is the wrong format.
That's that.
Let's do this format. This formats. You mean these three cards that are being abused this format?
Yep. We don't even have to use that one. That one's just icing on top of the cake. That's the cherry.
And then they abuse this too, so it doesn't really matter. It's these two though.
These cards right here.
So they took rid of Zen Mighty, and all they did was say, okay, we'll put three of these back in, and we'll loop the crap out of that.
All of that happen, which turns into this, which turns into other things, which turns into other things.
Which means you're going to be left crying at the end of the day.
It makes you cry. I have never seen a deck like they you field wipe them and they bounce back almost as completely as Chaos Dragons. You'd field wipe Chaos Dragons, and the next turn you'd still be staring at 5.
They're doing worse than Chaos Dragons.
You field wipe windups and they have nothing. They're like, oh, top deck the rat. Yes, rat, magician, shark, magician. What?
How did this happen?
Where did I go wrong?
I've never seen a deck that you can lose because you blew this card up. I have never seen a deck do that. You lose because you pop Sang in.
They're just the nuts right now, like that, and it's so easy to get all of them. I like I like that a lot about this format is that a lot of the big things are just so easily accessible. Macro Rabbit, very easily accessible.
To an extent, windups.
Windups to an extent.
Shark's not got his reprint.
Pretty easily accessible, and with the announcing of a reprint of Shark, they will
be. Not confirmed.
I know, but like I mean,
that's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and they're going to be easily accessible.
This will be, you know.
It's all rather easily accessible, with the exception of some of the lower tier decks. Those are still a little pricey. But just for.
What do you mean, like the fact that Evols cost more than Rescue Rabbit?
Yeah. When did that happen? Like. It used to be Rabbit was way up there, and now it's just like, oh, hey,
everybody was running.
You got $20? I can get you a Rabbit deck. All right, cool, let's do this. And
you got 50, you can build Evols.
It's ridiculous, but I think it's a good format to be playing in right now. I'm enjoying it. There's not too
best ever.
I won't say best ever, but there's not so much. Just ridiculousness running around like a couple of formats ago where everybody was running plants, and you really had to worry about you really didn't have to worry about that because there really just wasn't much you could do about it. Plant Synchro Centric was ridiculous, and that format was so
one-sided.
Yeah, it was just very blocked.
And then last format you only had 3 decks, and then Chaos Dragons came out and it became 3 decks because Insectors fell off of that line.
And Chaos Dragons right there. I loved that deck, by the way. RP.
Don't tell them RP. They're still they're 7.
That was.
They're still there.
Yes, but the hit they took was pretty hard. It was pretty hard.
Stay tuned, YouTube. We're going to have another video coming up. This is going to be a special video that I'm going to completely dedicate to one of the cards that I feel it's about to get banned. And we're going to spend a whole video discussing these two. It's really 2 cards, but stay tuned. Same here. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Please, we need the support, you know. But up next, we're going to discuss 2 cards that's going to get banned that we think. We're going to say it's going to be 2, and it's going to wind up being like 5. But these are the 2 of my perspective cards at the top of that list of getting banned. So just stay tuned, YouTube, and we'll let you know what they are.
All right, Mikey. Heard the pack out. We'll be doing We'll be doing this every week, a different segment. We'll be going over cards and everything. So rate, comment, subscribe. This is Lord Credo. That's the Pack Bull. We are out.